This channel is sponsored by Creality. Creality has all of your 3D tools that you need to bring your ideas to life. Scanners, printers, and even engravers. And there's very cool things that you can make with them, such as a little boat, a vase, or vase, a little supercar, a full-size supercar. Start your journey at Creality.com. Hey guys, welcome back. I know I'm a little late on the video. I don't have a whole lot today, but we're going to talk about some of the 3D printing and some other things that are going on with the McLaren. It has been brutally cold here, and I know that other people are facing the same thing across the country. I think it was minus 20 a day or so ago. So I haven't been out in the garage because it's just been too stinking cold. And yes, I know I need some heaters, but that's an expense and something that I we get cold snaps here, and usually they are gone a week later. So I tend not to worry about heating my garage too much. Anyway, next weekend's supposed to be a little bit better, supposed to be into the 50s, and not as brutally cold, so we'll get back onto the car and some of the welding that we have to do and other things. Like, I want to take the doors off and start solidifying the door structure so that we can start moving on to carbon fiber. Most of the printing I've been doing so far is for the interior. There's a couple exterior parts like the windshield wiper tray and stuff like that we'll talk about. So let's get at it. Here in my messy little 3D printing room, we have the wiper tray. So I got a model for this off of the same model I've done basically everything from. And this is basically where the wiper armature goes here. There's actually, it's symmetric, so there's another one on the other side. I think that whether it's right-hand drive or left-hand drive, they do choose this, but I'm putting it on both sides because it'll be just fine. So anyway, we've got most of the parts. So this is the other side that we've got printed out. This is done on my K1, which is leaving really nice prints. Very little distortions. I am doing better at the slicing, and so that's why I'm getting better results with those prints there. And then these are some more prints that go on the end of the wiper tray. So got that going. Now let's go check on some of the interior parts. So this is actually in my parents' room when they come to visit, but I usually move all of this stuff out when they show up. But one of the things I have to do is I have this gear selector from the Corvette. So this is the C8 gear selector. It's a little bit different than the one that comes in the McLaren, which you can see here. And so it actually is a little bit bigger, which I like, so that I've got kind of big stubby fingers, so I think this will work better. Plus it'll be a lot easier to interface this with the TCU. The issue is we come over and see the center console that we've printed most of, and there's this little insert here that will have some of the traction control and race and sport mode stuff on it. And then this guy, and then this little slot is supposed to carry this guy. As you can see, it's a little big. So what I'm going to have to do with that is I'm going to have to extend this piece longer so that we can accommodate this into this inner piece here that is part of the console. And then this goes in, and this is a cup holder. I actually bought the rubber pieces that'll go in here after we put the carbon fiber on. And obviously we have a little hole here I have to fix. Nothing major. This came together pretty well. Anyway, the next thing we have is there's going to be a little cover thing that goes on here. I can either buy one of those or print one. I'm probably going to print one because they want $300 for that. So we'll probably do the printed one soon. And then we have to come up with a mechanism to open and enclose it. The beauty about this plastic is, this ASA that I'm using, is that it uses the ABS glue that you can get from Lowe's or Home Depot. And what that allows you to do is to, you know, just kind of print the outer structure here. And then when you're printing mechanisms and little clips and stuff like that, you can just add them to the outside after the fact. So you don't have to technically design everything and make sure all the clearances are right and stuff like that. You can actually just print it out and then print the little parts that you want for a mechanism, like, you know, a hinge for this cover, and then glue them on here. And basically the glue fuses the ASA together, so it's a really strong bond. It's not like you're putting some sort of epoxy. It actually technically merges the material together. So that's actually a real benefit of using this ASA. The other thing that we've printed is, this is the underside to the headliner for the where you put the map light and stuff like that. And so I've got the map light in here. And getting back to what I was just talking about with this guy, if we turn it over, you can see the map light has these little clips. So what I've done is I've designed this guy to go in here and basically clip in. Now, one of the things I need to do is I need to cut the ends and profile them so that they sit on here, and then I can glue that on there so I have a permanent mount place for that. And if you're curious, I can do this with one hand. If you put it clips in nicely, you can see. And so these are going to have to be contoured to the right contour of the inside of the headliner. I don't know what you call this. I'm going to call it the headliner because I actually have I'm actually doing a spider, so this is basically what's left when the roof is down. At any rate, so I'll profile that, and then we can glue it in here, and then this piece can unclip from the other side. So that will work out quite nicely. In addition, I did buy some of these clips so that I can make these structures on the inside of panels like this. I can glue those structures on there, and then have little holes on the other side made out of aluminum or something like that. And then that whole thing will clip in just like it does on modern cars. So stay tuned for doing some of that for the interior parts. You may have seen this earlier, but I did get a couple of these for now. And these are basically the vents that are gonna go into the dash. So I needed a couple of these now so that I can adjust for the infotainment screen, which I can show you. So that's right here, and I've still got these little guys to attach here. These are relatively delicate, so that just gives me the nice finished profile around here. Obviously, we don't have these buttons and whatnot, so I haven't decided what kind of buttons I'm going to put down here. That's actually going to depend on the infotainment and the accoutrements that come with that from LCD Dash and Tino. So we'll wait to do anything here. You might have a dial or something, or a little button and a navigation system It is a touchscreen, but I don't know what else he's gonna have there. Usually he has a little thing for a menu on the dash, and so we may put it there as well. But that allowed me to make sure that these were the right size for the vents, and they are. So still have to glue those on, obviously. But anyway, that's shaping up. This actually will get mounted directly to the dash, and I'm going to try those clips that I talked about earlier to clip this into the dash itself. So stay tuned for that. Now the awesome part, which is these bad boys right here. So these are inner door cards for a 600 LT, and these were relatively inexpensive, so I was really shocked at the price. So these came in at around 500, and I'm pretty happy with the way that they turned out. There are some little minor imperfections here. We got some dents in the leather and whatnot. I'm not really going to stress out about that too much, but it's going to be really nice having OEM door cards, because it will really allow us to do a good job in fitting those doors themselves, and then being able to mount these inside the interior. Just gives it that extra level of legitimacy when we're putting the whole car together. That, you know, we have these carbon fiber panels, but you know, the interior door panels look very OEM. So the nice thing about these that I really like is they have inset Alcantara, but they actually have leather on the outside. And so this is kind of the scheme I want to do inside of the interior. I want to do like the dash maybe in this darker Alcantara. The reason for doing that is so you don't get glare off of the dash with the leather. So we'll probably try that. And then other things I'll want to just wrap in leather, like the console, or maybe we'll go carbon fiber. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. How much carbon fiber should I have on the interior? Should I have a lot? Should I have little? Where should the Alcantara go? So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But yeah, these things are really nice. Now they are missing the speaker covers, and basically these are two speaker covers. So these are speaker covers that go in the door here on the upper, the little tweeters, and then down below there's speakers in the door, and then there's some covers there. So I will either be printing those. More than likely I'll be printing those, because I've actually sourced those and they're really pricey. So anyway, but the nice thing is that we can put our own speakers in here, so we'll have a nice stereo system for the car. So the other thing I've been setting up is I did get this fuse block. So this is a fuse block from a 600 LT. That vehicle is going to have a lot of things that I am not going to have on mine. So I'm going to repurpose some of these relays and some of these fuses, but I'm already identifying them. So you can see here that I've got the fuel pumps labeled. I'm going to be putting connectors on here for all of this stuff. There's actually a cover that goes on the back so you don't see all that craziness. I do have a layout for the actual where the fuses are and what they are, but again, I'm going to purpose the ones I need for my project, and then repurpose other ones that I'm not going to be using because I don't have those components for the car. What I really recommend is when you're doing this kind of electrical work, and I know to a lot of guys and gals this is really scary, is the electrical work they don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole. And I get that. This is where I actually am in my zen. I love doing electrical work. And so the key to electrical work is making sure you know where every wire goes. And so getting one of these guys, this is the Rhino 5200, I got it off of Amazon. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but wasn't that expensive. But it gives you these nice printed heat shrink things, and you can put those on just about every wire, and then that way you know where everything goes when you take something apart. And also when you're wiring the car, you know where everything goes. Now you can go to a company like Painless Performance. They will do wiring harnesses and stuff, but guess what? No wiring harness for McLaren, so of any type. So I have to do all of this by myself. Plus we're trying to integrate a C8 engine and transmission into this system. So yeah, we're gonna have to do all the wiring and stuff ourselves. I do have some folks helping me with the C8 ECU. I know that there's been a couple of comments where the immobilizer is a problem. I know Goon Squad guys are doing a C8 and they had a major problem with trying to keep the car running because of the immobilizer. So at the end of the day, there is a backup plan. The backup plan is I can send my ECU to HP Tuners, get it cracked, and then I'll have full access to it. So that's a little pricey. So in the meantime, I've got a couple of experts that are helping me with figuring out what we need to do in that case. And then I will inform you guys because I don't think the LT2 swap has really, I can't find anybody who's doing an LT2 swap currently in a project. And so if there is somebody out there and they're watching this video, please get in touch with me because I need to know what you're doing and you may need to know what I'm doing. So let's talk to each other about that if there's somebody else. But I think I'm so far the only one I can find, at least on YouTube, that's doing an LT2 swap into another car other than a C8. So anyway, this is going to be great. This is going to be dedicated to the operation of the vehicle from the engine and transmission and that particular system. Then I'm going to get a PDM, which is a power distribution module that I have in the Aventador. I got that from ECU Master, and I'll get another one of those. And that will run, basically that'll be the body computer. So that'll run all of the body electrics like the headlights and the tail lights and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to dedicate this one to making sure that all of the mechanical and electrical stuff that have to do with the drivetrain are going to be handled through here. So like the cooling fans, the fuel pumps, all of that kind of stuff are going to go through here. So anyway, we're going to keep moving forward on this. We're going to keep identifying the wires that we need. Some of these wires will go out to particular switches, or they might even go out to the PDM so that the body control computer can talk to the ECU and some of the other systems. So that's our short little update for this one. I do want to highlight that we have 2 new supporters. We have Eric C on Subscribestar. Thank you, Eric. Really appreciate any support you can give us. And then we have Travis B on Subscribestar. Both have become new supporters of the channel. Your names will be going on the bulkhead of the car unless I hear otherwise from you. I haven't done it yet because burr. So look forward to that. And again, if you guys can give us any support whatsoever, that would be fantastic. But just subscribing and liking the videos is a great help to us. And then the other thing is hit that notification bell so you can see when we drop new videos. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Remember to comment and keep them constructive. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye.